How do? Morning.
Morning.
Bibi Awoko.
Divine selection.
Akam.
Akam.
Yede radiasi.
Aka enye na yewa hai.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Andy, morning.
Morning.
Bibi Adedin.
Body the chair.
Yo. Na the phone then also be send this car na say.
She ni so. Oniska. Enora na Jona na ya kasa. Mena no ntemi ni say she ni phone so.
She ni phone so. And o me a phone so said you send him more. 10,000 akomo bi.
She ni so.
Na also hu sakra bia ma babrom afi.
Also was sakra na me nim time on the sakra because after we start here na 28 February e kwa no. Ye be rematch mo china your first match. Me hu
nti hu sakra bia ma babrom
except that say I'm say we you know harassment na stop kakra on the show. That's the only.
That's an improvement.
It's an improvement. No there me the better now.
It's an improvement.
Why?
Yes. Nti sakra kakra.
Hey Baba.
Chale, akaba.
Ufo we there. We name the omia so phone na no boy.
Better na hakwa fa ne phone na.
Kra ni. Say mama sem na o ye obi send message. Say anope one who no front page.
Me who in the front page anope.
Wa
in the front page. But yenko so me fama me. O de me fama me. Da me bese me.
So wa hu na wo hu re.
O de ma yenko.
Say yes send no warning note.
Yenko. How do apart from your topics, 15% increment in Ukraine, any other matter be you feel say I was think you pay attention to me and pay attention to.
Anope na on the course of parliament and same between speaker Babi and any first deputy Nabu Joseph also popularly referred to as Joe Wise. The course of ever montem no mean sure say good for a parliamentary democracy. Now speaker this is, I think, our unconventional ways of doing things since our buy. And I don't know whether it is for good of Parliament and Ghana in general. And say, only say, we are reporting from Parliament. First, I'll start here. Baby, we are far speakers, ever Parliament. On by first, no assistant gate. No. Is it Obeka said no or the back door. The dress code assistant or say no a African city or assistant to African Ghanaian culture. I know they share that me first a new or say first Ghanaian speaker now or Tashe into money name African way, Ghanaian way. Until know a good thing. But never cost on saying between or no any first deputy. I'm not sure say a good for democracy. And things are already criticizing the first deputy speaker and I may dream one maintains here. Now saying I did see one say Joe Wise issue statement. I have looked at the statement and I'm tempted to believe what he has said to cite to be on his the argument. Look, in Parliament, who speaker no ultimately accept the motion. Obia the be ultimately accept it, but Obi on the floor. Once the motion is, they say somebody can raise an objection. Who raise the objection now? The objection, everything rule on the objection. What you say? Until who accept it, your acceptance of the motion is not a ruling. Any ruling, who accept it, fine. But you accept it, it's based on debate. Any argument about say motion, it should be rejected, and now say it should not be accepted in the first place. That argument can be made. It's always done. So the speaker on the chair or somebody presiding that particular is bound to make a decision after the debate, and that's not against any law, whether constitution or standing orders. Very clear. So when Nippon or presiding determines on the matter, no, you don't come to say overrule your decision. Your decision is that you have decided, oh no, I decided to obey take all motions, petitions, any whether we bring it, he will not look at it. Or no the motion bar obey. Say nya or no obey accept it. It's for his decision is that on the argument is say parliament it's for parliament to decide nya or no. That is the reason why Bank of Ghana omo anyway Unibank any UT Bank owners Mr. Moabene Dr. Dufo omo throw petition ekoma honorable speaker Bamin and oji petition no when he knew very well that our matter is in court, the matter is in court. You see oji you know and omo free Bank of Ghana, so I'm responding to the petition. You know the response the lawyers of Bank of Ghana gave? Almost say they are not bound to answer to Parliament because case no crowd or court. If there's anything, petitioners are already in court with them, so they should come. Case no woo. If you had told them, say, case no or court because you are a lawyer, case no or court, deal with it at the court, that this humiliation will not have befallen Parliament. Parliament maji ade no ankosi hwe tuegu. Nti maybe you say if you are taking a petition or motion, you should look at the merits of it and say advise the people. If you advise them, I don't know whether in this case we advise you or more. If you advise them, they think that it should still be admitted. It's admitted. Yeah, admit ya. Obi member be better objective to it. And when the debate is made, the speaker is bound to whoever is chairing, whether a member of parliament or first deputy speaker. Secretary Deputy Speaker is bound to make a ruling on the debate. I don't know, yeah. So how can that be against your ruling? Another one, no cited or no presiding at the time, almost rejected 2022 budget. Say, or by the following and first Deputy Speaker be presiding and bogu. How can you reject? Constitution stated clearly, Article 1041, any Order 1091 say before you take such a decision there should be half of members, at least half of the members present. 275 you need half, the half you need half a human being, so half of MPs should be 138 to take a particular decision, a major decision like budget approval or disapproval. Who presiding over that? 137 and is for 137 not up to half. Then you said you have rejected the budget. Then Parliament comes and the Speaker, first Deputy First Fix, and says that constitutionally that is null and void. Warula also over overturning decision. In the first place, now will take it and was it fair? Was it right? Was it constitutional? Ntinyama bi wo ha onto no bo yenyina look within say me will be a name. Yeah, will have a brain penasem. But you see, if you are sitting on that chair, we should act in a manner Ghanaians who say yes, you are doing the right thing. You cannot do the right thing, expect that somebody else comes and says or reverse the wrong thing and also know why you're wrong. I think it's problematic, and they better check it and iron out their differences, because under normal circumstances, wouldn't even say Joe Wise first one responded. Only say or book offering a buy medical retreat by.
All right.
Or book only one casa where the another statement. Also, who take opportunity to say you are making a formal communication. Now they are running will face the deputy speaker down. Is that how to behave?
Right. Andy.
Sammy.
Yeah.
I bet you it's here for. And do now more here. Hachiamuina. Media and the UTAC and government and person. Say UTAG demands like the finance minister had made public is legitimate. But yes, once they continue to engage in this back and forth, it is the student population now, Omubre. And as I saw also who say Konisa it will have a toll on them as lecturers. When school resumes now, when you go, the pressure on you. We are told that NEC, National Youth Act, will take a decision as to whether to continue with the strike action or to call the strike off. And I think, sir, that can only be done when government shows good faith. The trust issue, I think, sir, that has been the concern of UTAC. But yes, sir, the government should do everything possible to ensure that they meet UTAC demands. It's about commitment. They should do everything so that UTAC will get their trust. That is the only way I think, say, UTAC can call off the strike action. Number two, per the finance minister's own confection, Sikani ho, what they are saying. So Sikani ho there, we will urge government to be very, very disciplined in their expenditure. What is one Ghana? Do extravagant expenditure now on more year. We don't expect ministries to be buying V8 Land Cruisers any longer. We say Nkoye, let us all see say Nkoye, and you should demonstrate it in your actions. I think that is the only way Ghanaians can sympathize with you. On the issue of the speaker and his deputy, I think it's not good for our parliament. What else, Americano? These are two big shots. The speaker, Albans, Kingsford Sumani Bagby, we all know him when it comes to this parliamentary business and procedure. The first deputy speaker, the same. And to be like Awudu said, they should iron out their differences. The business of the house will run smoothly. That is my advice to the two of them.
All right. Yentwaso, and I pay Okofu Tuatua, we share 15% increment in first. On the back of that, there's a tariffs across the road. On the back of that, I'm see fuel prices across the road. I'm see spare parts across the road. And then home corner. How do you? Yes. 15% you bet me?
You bet to be. We, say, let's be fair. Commercial drivers and car owners, my idea, they have been incremental fuel prices are more increasing. In fact, some were even demanding 30%. And agreement, GPI to any other unions so accepting 15%. I think the 15% is reasonable for Ghanaians because fuel prices are costly and they are likely to even go higher. Only saying in the last few days. In fact, when the year started, the barrel of crude was around 60, 64, around maximum 65. Because of the Russia Obuye, invasion of a, only say I jumped to over $105 per barrel, which means about over $40 now. That will have fuel no to be Ghana there, but we export more, we import more, until it will have an effect on our economy. Because once the fuel prices well market cost with the SCD and also it's going to affect fuel prices. And young mama say fuel prices be cost. Now fuel prices cost and you cannot say commercial drivers any absorb. You cannot continue to say that because as I said, my idea until I think the 15%, we should accept it. It's part of the burden sharing because say globally no baby anju ye o baby anju ye Ghana America UK omo energy price last time omo energy secretary obe Sunak obe exchequer sorry omo to say omo governor omo bank governor ana your friend saying obe ready finance minister I should say obe ready omo make us say omo version of budget no we say omo energy prices are cost by over 54%. And the prices have gone up globally. And the Ghana nko. But what we should be doing is, as Andy said, look, say also share burden now. There should be prudent expenditure on the part of government, because Ghanaians, kasa fuel prices bar, but we pay. We have been paying over the years, all these years, because so we have been sharing the burden. And the government should also share the part of the burden. Say expenditure no should go to places I home here. Enjoy expenditure here. Because when you do that, when you spend money in areas I home here, Ghanaians will say that also scared ni ho. Why will you be spending money in areas I home here? So there should be prudent expenditure on the part of government, because as I said, Nema ayedin. Scan ni bibia Ghana eniska the whole world is can ayedin because of pandemic by COVID. Well, ukasa among for because Ghanaians for bibia also COVID. Somebody should mention one country world that COVID has not affected. Mention one country that COVID has not affected in terms of more economy, human lives, any bibia. Nti COVID no aye niema bebre idea that is why globally niema aye din ena bodam for yi almost omade omoyi abeka ho
maybe but when they twist am bodam for they are not
se mamba obi id
now they twist am
okay mature sign
yeah
now sorry I also well should not know peace we here even though we are beba ho, because he also has reasons he's doing what he's doing. But I mean, you say, nti Sami niema yedi. Obi abeka say niema ye boko ajo no nipa no onka no kre. Niema yedi pa ewo Ghana. Globally niema yedi ba ye Ghana na ewo. Nti we should talk about Ghana. Nti fuel prices in there sana ebeba no.
Is there not any way as for mine give it me a try more ameliorate amount for problems more as a result of a 15% adjustment here air costly?
Sammy,
I am asking this on the back of say your Maya your Metromas.
Yes.
Your Maya your Ayalulu.
Yes.
You need to say with the regulation system I run in a day. A cost right, a cost.
Yes.
About for the OMCs may decide by what margin or whatever from it's a competitive environment.
Yeah.
And so government really hasn't got any control whatsoever.
Over the pricing.
And
except
so
the taxes.
Around this time,
yeah.
And a year mass transportation system a year effective. Who would be complaining? Around this time, and Bosta, Yadimra Atuhonum say, in these circumstances when prices are escalating and going beyond imagination, around this time, the cushion system no was one more stored fuel when we really see a bus system anymore. At the time when world crude prices were low, one more toy to store. By this time, come really a bus system anymore. Nanka a cushion yankakra. Around this time, there is nothing like that. Around this time, you didn't come off a railway. And the railway systems, I am sure many would be willing to park our cars and take railway and come to work, avoid the traffic, and go back home. And yet, we are talking as if all is well.
Okay, sir. Sami, my main for Baku, state public transport. Sami, I shared your concern because I mean, here, why Metro Mass, Ayalolo, and those other cannot run efficiently. Here, we have had these look at government's investments on my year in especially Metro Mass. Former President Kufuor introduced you here. Look at the investment that has gone into it. Your top buses are more, buses are. Go to their yard and see broken down buses. Sami, it's terrible. I don't understand what kind of management systems we have put in place for these public transport systems. Oh, because you put people in places for them to work. They are not working, nothing is happening to them. It is appear to be some kind of mismanagement. And it's not they appear to be, in fact, there is mismanagement. Because why on earth, because other countries have public transport systems running efficiently, how come the government will put buses there, the buses will break down, we cannot repair them. Sometimes even disposal of the buses is questionable. This country, as if nobody is answerable to anybody. Because if you are, and that is why I always say, we should have people who should be checking these things. Especially, I always say, government assurances committee.
They are under a ministry.
Exactly, that minister no.
And there is supposed to be auditing of these agencies.
Yes, and Sami, I've always said, even when you say even the ministry is also to be oversight responsibility. No, it's supposed to be by Parliament. That is what they say they are there to do. You have government assurances committee, which is chaired by the opposition side. Over the years, I mean, have you heard of government assurances committee say, loan at buses? Buses, have you bought the buses? If you have bought the buses, how are you managing the buses to generate canon? Some people, you have buses. Buses within some few weeks and months, and buses not break it down. Loan, we have to taxpayers' money. Na edibet to us our loans, That's kind of the top buses, for it to generate, for the buses to generate income to pay back the loan. This has always been the problem. In the Government Assurances Committee of Parliament, when you approve these laws, do you follow up to say every ministry is under Ministry of Transport? Say, you approve 30 buses. 30 buses, have you been able to use the money, the 30 buses to pay back the loan?
And no, I make a kind of story be online about how in the north, Bahire, and the thought that popped up was, first course, as a normal bone so because.
Yes.
But Yaketi has a monster sweat is Andy. Because 15%.
And now, John Payment.
Mama Kasa.
I'm concluding on.
Send me who is announced what you.
Yeah, Metias, but just 30 seconds. You. Man bought Metro Mass. Oh, say Ayalolo, so that's another thing. Look, call for Kotema, Accra, Omo Park. Very nice place. But no, I don't know. Some of the buses are there sometimes. Who say, meaning how the whole thing is. I don't know their movement schedules in India. It's a problem.
I remember I'm launch here. The normal catcher say, "Oh, talk card beer. Oh, talk card beer." Now, why? What to say weekly now?
I thought so.
Now, we were supposed to have a BRT. Oh my God!
Located. BRT. No, it started having under Kufuor, and now BRT, and now you can see after now.
The problem anyway. Yeah. Andy, my main will take on 15% increase in fuel.
I mean, we're asking once there is an increment in petroleum, the prices of petroleum products, it will affect everything. Because yema minimum moko farm gate no cotton yama no omofoka. And this morning I heard some officials from the cooperative union. How more insisted for them they will take 30%.
Another group.
And GPRT I can say 15 for their members. And the argument forcefully made by the cooperative, they said, listen, everywhere you go to the Aboso kind of spare part shops, there is increment. And why wouldn't this dollar and CD issue relationship, the depreciation, right? And so BBR affected the economy until once there is an increment in the petroleum products. So I mean, you made a brilliant point asking why that strategic facility should be doing as we speak, that, and I mean bust. So omu reserves be or in times like this, necessary omu release a big gukrum to cushion us. What do you say? Because if in time past, yenya sa na afi na prices of petroleum products cost through worldwide. Listen, this is the time we must let Ghanaians feel say, indeed, BOS was established for a purpose, and for this purpose, yes, we are releasing ABYZ quantity of oil into the system to, like you said, ameliorate the suffering and of Ghanaians. But what are we witnessing? I think that, Sami, after this, your team should place some call to the Sabos, those in charge of the energy sector, the way forward, because it can't continue like that. So why was BOS established? I think they have their depots, the eastern one, the northern one in Asefo. So they must let us feel the essence for which it was established. Sami, things are really difficult, right? Things are really, really difficult. And like Audu said, it's global, but we'll talk about Ghana. Talking about Ghana is simple. How an economy that is more dependent on import. That is another thing. That is why we are feeling it. We import majority of the things we use here. And so when there is this depreciation in CD, and you know these are our businessmen and women, they will tell you that a dollar na cost, and so we are finished. So we must take these steps to ensure that nyema bi a sese yetimi ye wo ha no ye wo ha. And Sami, because of this issue ekoso, this Russian-Ukraine issue no, ye nim da bena to betwa no. There has been this study done by IFS, Institute of Fiscal Studies, founded by Dr. Kwabena Dufo. You understand? Dr. Kwabena Dufo. And what was said, we must take advantage, commanding height of the extractive sectors, because that is where, for now, we can rake in some revenue. What is my mechanic? So, it is not, yes, e-levy, nobody is against it. Nobody is against e-levy. But I think right from day one, the approach was wrong. You don't take a decision to impose a levy and turn around to say, I am now engaging after an opposition. That is why, for me, this town hall meeting that is ongoing is a waste of the taxpayers' money.
Oh, how?
Oh, yes. It's a waste of the taxpayers' money because Ghanaians have made up their minds. Say, listen, come on,
I am in Kasa no. A comedy one. Kasa comedy. Me cup of fancy cricket fancy beer.
Hey, Sami. Audu should challenge me, sir. When you want to implement public policy, you have to just right from the start, Master, before you come and engage. You must engage before to get a buy-in of the people. Perhaps or more engage here. But this particular one, the one under reference, one who loves to pay tax.
different types of.
Even when
Precisely
Ghanaians
so,
are challenging
precisely
that they are not seeing the dividend of the tax they are paying. They are not seeing the dividend of the tax they are paying. I mean, majority of them.
How can you say that?
Even in your district, you don't have roads. Your district, Lambu say you don't. You've been sitting.
Don't have tar roads.
Yes, so you don't have roads. If you don't have tar roads, you have roads. When people are driving on asphalt road, you see, do you have road?
Yes,
So that is it.
Have tar roads, yes.
Yes. So, Sammy, government should let Ghanaians see the dividends of the tax they are paying. Or that's not making. Otherwise, imposing tax on Ghanaians, let's pay this, let's pay that, Ghanaians will not pay. And one other thing that, listen, this is a free consultancy. I'm giving government. It's all about revenue. Listen, we must generate the revenue here.
How are we going to do it?
And how to generate it. One was a proposal of the e-levy. Government, I'm managing a year. To the extent that some government, senior government appointees have decided to make mockery of the government's own policy. And it's about the majority leader, that cake. He should have known better.
Oh, don't go there.
No, listen.
Don't go there.
But I'm going there. I am going there.
I'll give you time. If
I am
you
going
need to
there.
Respond, I'll give you time.
What?
A very controversial. Listen. Trivia what? Trivia what?
Manelande.
You see, it's not about you.
Manelande.
You understand it. But it's about
Manelande.
the Ghanaians, the majority of Ghanaians, who are not pleased with that. It's not about you, Audu. You understand. Sami, you understand.
He understands what?
That e-levy cake now, majority leader, so will be the debate channel, right? At the time that your policy is meeting stiff resistance, are you to be doing that? Are you not making mockery of government's own policy and insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians?
He made a cake.
Hold on one second. Who made the cake?
So look at what you are telling me. So, don't go.
Hold on one second. Who made the cake?
He said somebody presented the e-levy cake to him.
Somebody presented the e-levy cake to him. But Manelande.
I am surprised that my brother.
Don't be surprised.
Relax.
Is talking about this trivial issue. Look, the thing that people are saying that he is saying that some have said on Facebook and social media said, if you pay the e-levy, the money is going to be used to make cake.
Oh, no.
I have not said
I'll
that.
So if that is not the argument, why do you bring this? So what is the essence of the issue? So what is the essence?
I am talking about a government
What is
policy.
the essence of this?
I'm
That is
stepping in.
mockery. What is the essence?
I'm stepping well.
What is the essence?
Hey, is this a conditional stepping?
No, I'm stepping well.
So what is the essence of this?
I am not. Have I said that?
Relax.
I have not eaten cake.
I have not made that.
For more than
No.
for more than
I have
30
not
years.
made that
Cake,
pedestrian
cake,
argument.
fine.
I am saying that the
So what is the
acceptance
essence of this
that
argument?
cake from the so-called business was wrong. The timing was wrong. I wouldn't to accept
So
it.
what is it? What is the effect on the payment of e-levy? What is the effect of the cake on the payment of
When you
e-levy?
are struggling,
I am asking you what is the
when
effect?
you are struggling to get the buy-in of Ghanaians to pay.
That is why
to
I'm saying that
accept
we
the
have
e-levy.
serious issues to think about, not this trivial matter.
What is serious? You are talking about how to rake in
What is
revenue.
the essence of it?
You are talking about how to rake in
Because of that,
revenue.
somebody says that if the e-levy cake is passed, he will do cool, and you will sit there and justify it.
Pacho.
This is very trivial. Is that the reason why people know because of that
Pacho.
Hey, we are supporting the triviality on this.
You may describe it as trivia.
What is the effect of that? What is the effect of that cake on the payment of e-levy? Will you tell me the effect
oh,
of it?
Mamen Kasai. Yes, and share bedding, me boy. Yes, no, or many more thing. Yen share bedding, no. In sharing the bedding, Obia decided to see a beddy dokunabako, me boy. Now, your honor my picture P. I would do identity and say, I wouldn't catch it and share bedding. Na picture P, na I would do salad, any prawns, any why, any scene anymore. Will be the
and
Oh, I'll do. Bacho. Se oman for me bacho. Se oman for it is not trivial. It is not trivial because you see se oman for what catch that day around that time.
This kind of belief, this kind of
I would relax.
What sociologists call social currents.
Debbie. I would do.
Because I don't see this.
As we speak now,
what is the effect?
Struggling to get a buy.
Me bacho.
Is it because of the cake? Is it because of the
And so at the time that
guys,
at the time that you are pushing
for
the acceptance of the e-levy,
Happy morning show live or ETV. Live or Happy 98.9 FM. And that was Egusa.
What is the effect of the e-levy?
For me, I would do.
What is the effect? Tell me the effect of the
for me, as we speak now this morning, we don't know who brought that cake.
What is the effect of it?
Oh, I would do change me pacho. We don't know who brought that cake. Initially, they said the minority. Now they say it's a businessman.
Who said minority? Who said?
Members of the MPP.
Members of, is it the man who celebrated?
No, me back. Oh, I'll do.
Stop this. You.
I'll do. Me back. I'll do. Relax. Me back. Bacho. Say it was for me. Timing critical. In terms of the conversation we are having. As to the matter at hand, which is the e-levy. We are being told that it's a businessman who brought it. We don't know who that businessman is. But if you think that it's trivial, it is not trivial to others.
Why is it not trivial?
Because you are telling me to share the burden.
So the burden, the money they are going to use, you see, the burden is a cake. The money you are going to pay out of the e-levy is going to be used to do the cake.
You know.
So what is this burden sharing, understanding of burden sharing on this cake matter?
I think we'll have time to come and
look, if you have used the burden sharing,
I will lose position on this e-levy cake.
Say what's the member me yem beret? You see, it is about the psyche of the individual. It is about the psyche. It's just like what's his name? What's the member of parliament's name? What's his name? Samuel Kujata Blackwell's case is making about the president's trip. Nobody is saying the president must not be protected. Nobody is saying that the president must not travel.
This case is even more relevant than this case because it's the taxpayers' money. The president uses to travel.
But I have me pacho me pacho.
You are missing the issue.
See, you people are missing because I don't see the
Anyway.
Relax. When you say burden sharing.
So what is the effect of the president traveling on board that chartered flight on e-levy? What is the effect?
Let me tell you something.
What is the effect?
Let me tell you. The man who is championing the thing, Ablakwa, he said that government say we should share burden.
Yes.
And now sharing the burden, we are using so much money, according to him, to charter flight for the president.
True.
That is state money. Mm-hmm. That one, if you collect the money from e-levy, his argument is that part of it may be used for that purpose.
Is that budgeted money?
Which one?
The president's travels, is it budgeted money?
It is.
Yes, it is. So what is the issue?
So let's come to e-levy. Let's come to e-levy. Let's come to e-levy. Let's come to the cake. Let's come to the cake.
Yes, you see, the problem.
Let's come to the
problem. Struggling to generate revenue.
Let's come to the cake.
Same thing.
You see, you people are running away from the cake. Let me explain.
Listen. Let's come to the cake. Bacho. You see, the point I'm trying to make with the example I'm giving you is, it is not about a budgeted amount of money which has been provided for the president to spend. It is about the mindset of the person who is viewing that, Musi Yamboy a Beret. But me who say wakofa plane na, me who say neighboring country will be akofa commercial flight or the etu kwan. Now the point about the cake I'm saying is this.
Money.
Yes, the
For
point.
the flight.
The point I'm making about the cake. The point I'm making about the cake.
So the cake, the revenue.
No.
You are not listening to me.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
You are not listening.
Until now.
Let me listen to you. Let me listen to you.
Until
Let me listen
now.
to both of you.
Until now.
Uh-huh.
The first allegation or explanation which came was that cake in the Kwampono.
That is not the matter.
Oh, who said
that's
effect?
who brought it?
Any effect now? Any
The
effect now?
cake on the e-levy.
I'm
the
saying
effect
that-
of the cake on e-levy.
So anybody who sees that image, anybody who views that picture, what impression does it create?
That the impression is that
The effect of the
What is
What impression does
on
it
the
make?
e-levy
What?
is that, listen,
That at the
That
time
cake,
I almost see
that
in
cake.
Tiano, or e-levy cake,
uh-huh.
what does it create in your
Burden
mind?
sharing. Does it supposed to you? Is it supposed to?
were you happy with that e-cake?
Me, I saw it to be something for something that maybe the person just used to. So the explanation.
No.
Let me tell you the explanation that
So you were comfortable with that?
You are
I have
comfortable
no
with that?
problem with that at all because
okay.
the explanation he gave was that.
Alright.
And listen to it. No, you people, let me speak on this matter so that I will
Yes.
not be misunderstood. I am saying that you just gave an example of the jet, and I'm telling you that the jet. The reason why Honorable Blackwell is complaining is that we are using taxpayers' money to rent, and according to it's too high. I'm asking you, say the e-levy. We want to pass e-levy to generate income, and you are saying that on the majority leader, he is leading government business, and somebody presented him with e-levy cake, and you are saying that is problematic. And I'm asking you, is it supposed to you? Is it to you? Is it to your mind that if we approve the e-levy, the majority leader and government will use the money to buy to do
No.
cake?
But have we said that?
No. But we
So
haven't
what
said
is
that.
your argument on the e-levy cake? What is your
the
argument?
argument-
What is your argument?
We are talking about how...
Because there are two different things. So the e-levy cake
you are not
and the
listening.
payment
How
of.
do-
Because you are not
With all
telling me
apology-
what I should
with all
hear.
apology and humility, you are not listening to me. We are talking about ways how to rake in revenue, how to generate revenue.
Because this is
mobilize
your thing.
revenue,
Because it's
look
T-
internally.
T-
Can
Listen,
we move on?
and
Because
the
this one, I
point
don't
I
even
made-
see your argument.
the
Because
point-
you have
no,
not
no,
made me to
the
understand.
point
Meba-
of the
Probably
e-levy
my
came
understanding
to
is very
focus.
low.
The
How
point
can you understand below and be sitting on this show?
Probably my understanding
No,
is
no,
low.
no.
Because you people are not making any meaning to me on this matter.
Mame.
We have all talked about value sharing, and we said
Meba,
things
Meba.
are hard.
Meba.
But situated in the better context, this e-levy triviality, you see that we waste our time to do waste.
Relax.
We have all said we are all suffering.
Relax.
And burden sharing is very important. But if I'm celebrating my birthday in my room, I go to buy my something and I'm eating. You say because I said we should share burden, I should not use my pocket money to celebrate my birthday. What kind of thing is it? What kind of argument is this? Even the person talking of presidency doesn't he use Islam concepts to travel?
Relax. Let him land. No, let him land.
With the
Let him
majority
I
land.
tell you,
leader,
I am very serious. I am prepared to challenge anybody
accepting
on
the
this matter.
e-levy cake.
I don't.
Allow him to
I
land.
wouldn't see nothing
I
wrong
don't see anything wrong with
Right?
it. I don't.
for the majority leader accepting that e-levy cake from a businessman like he told, as he has said. He told us.
Right. They said minority center. Who said
I'm coming
minority
on.
center? Why do you
At the
think social
time-
media?
At the time that government is struggling to get a buy-in of Ghanaians to accept e-levy,
What is the effect?
and
What
then
is the
you
buy-in?
accept a cake.
So
you
will you
accept
explain
the
me the
cake.
difference?
Are you not making? So let me tell you, to me, and I'm
I
entitled
don't
to that.
understand the next also.
Listen,
Between
you
the
are making.
cake
You are
and
making.
The point is.
So listen to me.
I'm listening.
Listen.
You are making mockery of government's own policy and insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians. That is me. That is
You
me.
see,
So that is me.
Mame.
That is my point.
Audu.
That is me. That's my point.
The Mebao.
And you are linking
Mame,
it to
Mame,
body
Mame,
sharing.
Mame,
How do you link this to
Sammy,
body
we are
sharing?
moving. We are moving on.
Daddy,
moving
But
on
two,
where?
Daddy.
in
Are
terms
you-
of
are
the
you
revenue
able-
generation,
Me
you see, I'm giving free
was on the floor?
consultancy. Wait. I was on the floor. Nyame can say, sure, government should liaise with the appropriate authorities, the revenue agencies, to liaise with the cybercrime office of the Ghana Police Service. Ejuma kakra bi akoso. And I think that enimenu ya monko. I would say nkrofo won yema bi a omo Facebook live ni na si YouTube nsensem bi. Sure, they get money there. And
you are not making better suggestions. Not
you see, when he sues the devil, he quotes the Bible.
It's not any devil because you are not making any to me.
So now also for Facebook Live, now views now munyano. Charlie Sikabi or government must step into that. And so in the morning we are Dr. Youngson, that fine gentleman at the cybercrime office. Oh my Juma, data or they should contact them. People are in Crawford the Jessica go on bottom with this YouTube stuff. What does one make no? But Sikane bar near can you bought a buy cocoa. And yet Nanado a buying kwa. A bambi a bebabiano.
But Nanaba a banner was so say go direct. Go direct.
Missing a bought a buy no cocoa. By nye Nanado.
No, currently on Unkwan.
But Massa Sabambi Bana Sika or Mabana. Sika Mabana. Say Nana Kufado. Ebuabwa Sikano to. Now be Bana also media me be trust Pelela. Who can say
Yankan is a say.
Tindinia Mekan say Sikana Ombenyano. They should let Ghanaians see the dividend of it. What do you say? That is the only way Ghanaians will be prepared to come along with you.
Oh, I agree with you.
Well, that's why I can. Not in terms of the revenue generation, because on globally, Ukraine, Russia, and Sensemi, who will be prepared to give you money? The grants, the aids, will they come? So, any road minister, no friends, highways, Amakwata, Tobutu, no, Yan find your washroom,
I know it doesn't make sense.
No, they should go back and get a little from there.
Washroom there.
Because baby, I konya grant in Nasifonia. They've told their roads. So what is that populist decision? Now you want to pay in Crawford while off. The PWDs who employ more jumano. You are prepared to pay them. So how are you going to pay them? When we are told. In fact, according to the finance minister, and let me quote him, the reality is that there is no money.
All right.
Okay. But the fact is that our concerns as Ghanaians legitimate. But the reality is that there is no money. So if there is no money, listen, let's make good use of
toll booth.
The toll booth too. I know Awudu has never liked that because of the Kaswa stuff.
No.
But we can re-engineer all
I
these
told
things.
you I'm making a U-turn, but let me explain.
All right. Mami ko break limbra.
Okay.
Meba na
take the
floor.
Say me name who can say toll booth no can say me I'm not a proponent of mempe toll booth no.
Yeah.
But to say there me asakra. But my argument has always been about the reason why it's not just traffic until I mempe toll booth. Me feel say over the years contracts now are by assigned with private I say they are operated by private companies. The toll booths. Contract, no. The majority of the money, because of machines, no more software, no more at all. No. Majority of the money goes to the private company. Now, Abanya Kituebi. That's why I will say the whole year, no, Abanya 78 million, a million Ghana cedis. It is not too small. They say they are just asking into a cafe. But my argument has always been that, first of all, so also obey a toll booth, the contract, no. Should be in a manner, say, who's the private company, it should be a manner that will favor government. Second, I've advocated, say, private cars should pay more toll booth than public commercial vehicles. For instance, if I go to Kaswa, I pay 1 cedi. When I'm coming back, I pay 1 cedi. That's 2 cedis. I go there just twice a week. My argument is that if you are collecting it, then I should be able to pay more than commercial vehicle. Because commercial vehicle, no, or no, oko Kaswa, Tobu. I'm just taking Kaswa as an example. Oko Druha, no, Ebia or 2 cedis. Say 1 cedi poor, or Koba 1 cedi. Or no, come many times. So the more you increase it for, the more it's a burden on commercial cars. But private car, no, yeah, increase the toll for private cars more. I'm serious about this. I am serious. That's how you always remember. Because commercial vehicle, no, one he has to commercial driver no make sales. Who do you make sales?
Obi ye na juma commercial or asema o kan ko nim. Obi o ye na juma commercial.
Why do you think they are asking for incremental prices?
Me nye commercial.
And park car na you park car na full commercial car.
Argument be na me ya policy.
I'm very serious about it. Let me make the argument because I'm making it forcefully.
Obi ye commercial. He's making profit. He's earning income. Me, I'm not earning any income.
Near my cost will say profit are in commercial drivers will make.
But that one is it my business?
It is not your business. That's why you should let them make profit.
From what?
Because they are part of who tax you more.
So why should I be taxed more?
You be taxed more because you are using a luxurious car. Because probably
wow, look at the argument now you're making. So if I'm driving a Nissan March, it's a private car. That's a because I'm driving a Nissan March.
No, Nissan March. So Nissan March one of a. Because
but you are saying that
there are cars that are paid 2 cedis, maybe 1 cedi. There are commercial, there are private cars that are paid 2 cedis. It depends on the car and all we use. Share car, a price list, toll booth list.
And then na Land Cruiser kofana match so kofa then
it should be different.
What's the effect?
It should be different.
My question, what's the effect?
Land Cruiser is more expensive because it's supposed that who are we using Land Cruiser? No, you are well to do than Obi are using match. So
but if
in taxation, that's how it should be. The more you earn, the more you pay.
No, but what are you taxing me for?
I'm taxing you for using the road. For
my earning, which you're already taxing.
You see, this is the argument people are making.
You're already taxing my earning. I have paid that tax because you said that I earn much. You are taking much from me.
Yes.
Now I'm going to cross toll booth. You want to tax me because of my earnings.
There's this argument.
By the way, what you may not know is that the reason we were given for the closure of the toll booths was that of emissions. One of them was emissions. Emissions, you know. Maybe Land Cruiser na me team na modern car no. The emissions level air control than maybe a wadja na. Saloon out and why would you want to tax somebody else?
So, oh, yes. The argument.
Your argument doesn't hold.
Because we use the private cars, it doesn't hold.
No, but
that's my belief. You're taxing more private cars than commercial cars. Toll booth.
My logical between me, I'm using my private car, my Land Cruiser, my V8. No.
Yes.
I'm a twice in a day.
Yes.
Any trotro driver all 10 times. One essay coin.
It's not just about.
It's about all those.
That's not the only reason.
Why not emitting more?
Let me explain. It's not just about emission. There are so many things.
Yes, and I'm giving you some of the factors.
What the also commercial transport are saying. Nipa na commercial driver no be fan Africa so about government work no to increase production no. If you make the public transport that say, if you make the commercial transport and also say, if they are not able to be on the road, who will transport them to work?
But who has said that the commercial drivers are not on the road? They are on the road.
That you should make it in a manner that they will not be able to be on the road. That's the argument I'm making. Make it less this thing for them. Say they will be able to be in business to be on the road. That's the argument I'm making.
Now I'm lost.
How are you lost? Me say.
Who say taxi private drivers more?
Toll no.
Or yes. Higher than commercial drivers.
Exactly.
And I'm saying let's do the logic.
Yes.
Between me caught twice on that road. Me
so if they tax you, the burden will not be too much on you because you are using only twice. You are going only twice. As I tell myself.
Burden on the road sense. One the more burden to Kwaneso. The commercial driver.
Yes,
one,
I agree.
Two. Emission. One of the more burden two system. The commercial driver. The commercial driver emits more.
That's not all commercial cars. So don't assume. Your private cars are 2 years crowd down commercial cars.
3. I say me make adwuma make park me car na dey si ho. Na come office akwa adwuma. Any trotro driver or no onam kwan so a wo gisika. Who say they should tax me more than
that? Let me explain. Why do you say why are you supporting it? Why do you think that there is increment in fuel prices? Because my make explaining now. The commercial because your public
Ukraine no.
Because of public transport no. Yeah, Ghana who here. Because of public transport no I say no. Public transport system I say no. Many Ghanaians rely on commercial transport. So that if you tax them more in toll booth, any fuel, any them, they will pass the cost to the commuters. And when you do that, you are burdening commuters, not just the commercial drivers. Because when you increase the toll booth, you increase fuel prices, you increase taxes levies for them. They will pass on to the commuter. And the commuter and also who public transport I say, one commercial car no obey. So in the first place, you are burdening the lives of commuters, more majority of Ghanaians. And secondly, if you do that, you may take the commercial cars out of the road God, they will not be able to maintain their vehicles because they are not making enough. And that will be more catastrophic because Juma now also require to English production. No? And you'll be an worker, if you won't do Juma, you will not go to work.
Government has not been in charge. Government has not been the majority carrier in terms of public transport. Government has
I
never
totally
been.
Agree because our public transport system,
it's always been in the private hands.
Yes. So what do you do to let them do the work they are doing?
Number two, earlier, I allowed it to go because I wanted you guys to flow.
Oh, Mami Kasa
now
said I have a commercial car.
Commercial car.
I don't even have
now we'll be question about why
but
Metromass and Co are not flourishing.
Yes.
You see, is Metromass in a competitive industry with that of the Trotro? No. Metromass does not charge as the Trotros charge, do they? They don't.
Yes.
Ayalolo is not charging that same amount of money. Are they?
But you see.
But you see.
I will tell you. I will tell you what government can do to sustain.
Yes, and that's where I'm coming. If, for instance, Metromass was allowed to charge like the same Trotro people, the same fares, but Metromass had a speed lane, like the PRT was going to do.
BRT, yeah.
Like the BRT was going to do. It would have been much more comfortable to board a Metromass because you know you get to your destination safely.
In fact, you can even park your car. Another train system.
Exactly.
Railway.
Exactly.
Train.
But you see, how can that's why Nana Kumia and I like the fact that Nana Kumia has been very vocal. Even this 15% increment here, Nana Kumia says it's insufficient.
Exactly. That is my argument. So
we are
actually toll booths.
Yes, we are actually running a subsidized system and expecting it to be efficient. How does it become efficient when the government, which is running that subsidized system, its monetary contributions to that entity is not coming?
Let me tell you something. If we running
so how do they function?
If we are running it efficiently, or no Okasa Sano, Nana Kumia. Do you know, say, as we said here, STC, because of no leadership, is run efficiently than all the public transport systems. Do you know that? Because they every year they pay money to government loans na buses. They are paying their loans.
Because
they are
charging competitive fares.
They are charging what?
Competitive fares.
Competitive.
At the moment, look, the last time I took STC.
Yes.
I didn't want to drive in and out. So you know, my for STC at least my book 200. A V8 na mo use am back am.
You see Lexus.
Lexus.
Tie. Me fi no. Tie 200 because I 60 Ghana. I don't know about it was 60 Ghana cedis. The Eko Kumasi.
No, you a long time.
Oh no, it's recent. This is as recent as a month. Yes. 60 cedis. Yes. 60 cedis. The competitor VIP was charging, I think, 65, but theirs is much more comfortable than the STC. So, to say, put a V8 into one.
Now,
I'm going to the number of times I'm a foot trotro, more pictures seen now.
You know why? That is why me once a while, no. Or even though we car.
Escafone, woman, was my main packet car, and I has to meet me up from
that's a rich man.
That's a rich man for you.
Look, when you enter Trotro, the reason why I'm speaking for commercial drivers, you know, sometimes, master, I have making of sales. Making of sales for their no. I'm not a car owner. I'm a Nika. Making of sales drivers, you know. Sometimes they struggle to make sales and also take care of their family. I don't disagree with
Let me give my personal experience. Sure. So, catch your driver so when you want to take Ghana city sales in Mawa. Operate with the assumption that the driver is making the same 150 Ghana city sales on a day.
No, that's not the assumption.
I am talking to you from my personal experience.
Or no, I work cars. We only sell our tongue cars and so. Sammy, I want to have now.
More beautiful lives in Amman for so.
No,
that's almost more Ukrainian.
Time.
You see, I got 2 minutes for me beautiful lives. Okay, Andy, wrap up. So, the work as a
media Ukraine, Yebeka Huasama, and Komaya Babedi, because Putin said, no one. in the name and under the guise of demilitarization and denazifying, he wants to go on the onslaught. But good, NATO so are responding appropriately.
Oh, am I slow?
No, you see, here we want peace. It's the global peace that we are all, we all long for. Say, for everything to thrive, policies are here. When there is no peace, we cannot. Niamey say you don't expect.
You
don't expect.
Public press.
You don't expect say Republic press.
Sami. Oh, Sami there, Sami there.
On the cake.
But
so
Niamey can say.
Sami.
But Niamey can on government efforts to rake in revenue domestically and forcefully pushing the acceptance of the e-levy, given the series of town hall meetings, right? Me, I am stating this unequivocally, that the decision by the majority leader to accept that e-levy came from whoever was insensitive and a mockery. One,
will you please tell us the effect of that on the payment of e-levy?
And then number two,
what is the nexus? Link it. What is the effect of the e-levy and the payment of tax?
And I have said that at the time that government, your government, at the time that government struggling to get the buy-in of Ghanaians to accept, and then even the minority.
Then you must as well support Vermawo.
What Vermawo? No, please. That one. Apologize to me. I'm a nice gentleman. I don't want.
Okay.
You know, I'm a peace-loving Ghanaian. Why you say that?
Apologize. I'll retract and apologize.
I don't have passport. I don't have. Why? Okay. Where should I go?
But he linked it to the e-levy.
No. I'm not linking it to. I am saying that
it to the e-levy
at the time that government is struggling to get the support of Ghanaians, and then you go and take e-levy as a cake. As a majority leader, a heavyweight like that, was insensitive.
My goodness.
Period.
What is the connection? What is the nexus?
It's a nexus, no one just linkage.
Because you are not making me understand.
You are struggling. So it
means that,
Massa, have you heard the Deputy Minister for Finance, Dr. John Kuma? I'll say, when the Speaker said last week, About Ministry.
Oh no, you're controller.
No. But eventually, Deputy Minister for Finance. On your can say yes, and costs are in the short term, but in the long term, say Omanye Bibi.
On this week, I said 3 months time.
No, but I say not. And I make say the Deputy Minister for Finance, John Kuma say in the short term, there no, but in the long term, Omanye Bibi, Anfahua. So you don't get the e-levy. If you don't get the e-levy, like the finance minister is saying, the reality is that there is no money. But
speaker.
It's a Ghanaian. 885140 and 0549508687. Any of these numbers be an offer. Meeting no dinkum 0244885140 and 0549508687. Obetimi afre any of these numbers now no menu edin komo now so share with thoughts edi amame anape. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, Abacho Dini be afrefi.
Yeah, from JB. I'm 50% Monday.
All right, Pacho Yenko, Pacho tiawa.
I will e-levy cake no. Say majority leader agi to mo say NDC for an NDC ni bi and a yemano and na papa no me ya panatel say oye keji akola
Dabi train Pacho Trisama me yanko Trisama me
me da say matwa san
yanko
the kuniti amekan san no matwa san me da say.
All right, yanko na yanto aso 0244885140 0549508687. Obetimi afreme na oni medin komo. Mpacho ofreme a ma okasa na emu enye hwam. Hello, good morning.
Oh,
Morning.
Nami.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, where you wanna will me for United States of Kitsaman.
Young Koima.
Me that's it. Sami, only the panelists now mucho on channel. Sure, I was almost in the same. Santo. Open a worry out so. It's your argument, you know. Almost like fight. But I mean, we share 11. 11 almost here. I did maybe senior. So, government hospital for Omega to approve until you be forced to pay through Momo. Until media, me similar number to me, yentia.
Oh, but also on the place of framing and me didn't come up. So, Asimo Sakura for until me minimum delete carefully. Hello, good morning.
Chuga, sa wo niska na unko babri shop.
But you say,
wo niska na unko babri shop.
Wo me hwa wo ni energy sika.
Wo your friend say Sami. Wo si nkrofo me ni Sakura. Wo niska nti unko babri shop.
Wo ni energy sika wo me hwa.
Every time I ni mu say ya na ti shape tie. Untwa shape da. Da bia say na shape tie. Untimi ko babri shop. Mo e for say yentua ilevi.
And
then yentua ilevi there yentua ilevi echina. Sami about about argument na mo ye no. I am say mo ankasa mo ka kire say foreign countries no. Obi a sabi wa wo nkola dodo no ye tax the less. Obi a wo scan buy ba ko mienu omo na tax your momo. The commercial car de bi ono enam kwa so e de obekọ be over 20 times e wo kwa no so na o tua 1 cedi. Na private car ono okọ ababa ko pe no. Ye no so yangi no 1 cedi. Asami ya hwene nka nsam we yi kwa koye board mass yi na echina be diketie o se omo a omo kure ska no omo no tia tax ni bebiri ne mfa bo anyafo abrochie ne bia sa na ye no ye kwa de na etiti obi antua yi le biansa bye bye masa
me de so
what he's saying is that you should get
so
Private more.
No, he's saying that we should tax the private more.
That's what he's
But
saying.
I don't see the logic
What
in
is
it.
how they see?
Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Brasame.
Yes, please.
Me pacho Hajia Halima Kumapani Madina.
Ajay Uncle.
Me da se. Me show me pacho chia me boss and the can come me why. And then say me say mumu na o send me the mama ntem. Minua nia o panelist nia Mr. Adams etina ho work no. Any nia Mr. and the can come no. I don't see any interest say Mr. Adams argue with the e-levy cake no. Eti say nia sebi oye be masa no na wa kope oba apache. Oba apache no odono o pese o ware no wo qualities wo no ho o pese o de ware no. O de ko efie ko president the family no. Almost no mpeni mane ware apache no because of the 90. Now who say ni pay ya na wa begina bedwam. Now who you comment. Now why your ho apache now who say apache for asa na man for seria. Are you not automatically telling your people that o family for no say apache for omo ho yesere. Ya de omo ko bedwam akura man for seria omo. That is what and the Kankam is talking about the e-levy cake. So who akotwa e-levy cake? Tell man for say me betwa e-levy cake area. What do you think of Ghanaians? Omo ba betwa e-levy. Omo nka say omo betwa e-levy na mama ko twamani.
Ajay Amedo asana pay so for now ba ahomani so anapay 0244885140 final caller na afi ya sorry so anapay until ufremi ambacho no abodi ni baby afrefe. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Chief.
Mike New Club.
Mike Yanko.
When you say, yeah, sometimes MPP for now work as someone or shame for problem for back.
But you say as editors, not MPP NDC, Mr.
Your engineer, all Kansas say, you live now. Your friends say, majority leader, they call you a take, you know, and you know. When you say, Abia me papa, na Abia, wako ye me papa funny. Maybe me papa be born the dear who they are tally. Now, who was your baby? Yes, and all the be here, then I'll patch me. Massa, you near blow of Kuma, one year careful. You near blow of Kuma, Massa. Me grandmother, a Kulana, my boy, you man, I'm a Senistamawa. Who are buying say ye levy? Ye levy in that main country. What's up for your cake? So the baby, me. What a chum one passing our never goes Okuma.
Meadows and a pay so
What the one
friendly.
pass?
Mike, Meadows
That-
so
that-
friendly now about Humani so on the pay. Yebrino, I a bit, and a pay ye the ABC a Hanum say. Andy, Meadows and a pay, Audi, Meadows and a pay. Every. Say, Bobacam and Santa Pen.
We're talking about
Nobody wants to pay taxes. So nobody.
assembly so cost.
Me say, yeah, the ballot box.
I would remember assembly cost. Conform move friend no. Let me so money be say a coyam V8 ne Lexus out. Sami, why you are my being kind?
Hana can V8 was him. Hana
Yeah,
can. How do they can was him?
Me say, Oma mutia you.
That's why I can say you know who the match to the category of the V8 I am for to boot no.
Sit to more.
Ah, to me I say me to say one man V8.
Mama V8, but who use V8?
Who see me for V8 and go for to boot no be so for commercial vehicle.
V8. In fact, we can Lexus.
I tell you, Sami is
Mo be say somebody focus say mo no pay.
The Lexus is V8.
Yapon. Yapon show. Hello.
Look, let's say taxes one.
And then who you show na director o jire chire no. Director ne support it. O get sound omo e wo studio. I mean, can you imagine?
That's
the director is supporting you guys.
Director himself who use V8. Director himself who use V8.
On best company no. You ever see here na Asia? Audi, if you madam was Audi, madam was na. But I say we Sakura for.
I say oh share you watch us carefully. He wants to say something but when you bold it.
Yo, na for imiti ochi ameba no mbe hu different haircut. Me twa ponabo mutaso.
Asama kana. When you bold.
on person.
You be share me for channel pa. God bless.